Remember that feeling? That unsettling chill crawling up your spine as a child? Maybe it was a shadowy figure darting across your bedroom floor, or a whisper in the quiet of the night, a voice that seemed to say your name. We often dismiss these childhood moments as imagination, childish fears, or simple misinterpretations. But what if I told you that some of those seemingly ordinary childhood experiences might have a far more paranormal explanation? Think about it. How many times did you see something in the corner of your eye only to find nothing there? How many unexplained noises echoed through your empty house? These fleeting moments, easily forgotten, might hold the key to unexplainable mysteries. They might be glimpses into a world beyond our everyday comprehension. We're talking about shadows that moved on their own, objects that shifted inexplicably, and feelings of being watched, even when you knew you were alone. This isn't about jumping to conclusions. This is about exploring the possibility. It's about re-examining those seemingly innocuous memories through a different lens, one that considers experiences we've long since filed away as the ramblings of an active child's mind. What if that shadowy figure wasn't just a trick of the light? What if that whisper wasn't just the wind? What if those childhood memories, the ones that always lingered just beneath the surface of your mind, were actually paranormal encounters you just ignored? This video will dive deep into those possibilities. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew. Ever felt a chill down your spine for no reason? Heard whispers when you were alone? We're talking about the paranormal, folks. Things that exist outside our normal understanding of reality. It's anything that defies easy explanation, anything spooky or unexplained. And guess what? Many of us have experienced these things, often dismissing them as childhood imagination. But what if those seemingly silly childhood memories were something more? This video is all about exploring those weird, unexplained events from your past. The stuff you might have brushed off as dreams or just being a kid. We're going deep into those forgotten corners of your mind. Think about it. That shadowy figure lurking in your bedroom, the mysterious noises at night that your parents couldn't explain, the feeling of being watched even when you knew you were alone, even toys moving on their own. We'll unpack these common childhood mysteries and examine whether they might have paranormal explanations. We're diving into real stories submitted by you guys, detailing seemingly ordinary childhood moments that, upon closer examination, might just be more than meets the eye. Get ready to question your memories, because your past might hold a secret, a paranormal one. Ever seen a shadow flicker in the corner of your eye? A shadow that seemed too big, too fast, too wrong? We'll look at some examples of seemingly ordinary shadows and explore whether some might be more than just tricks of the light. Then there are those unsettling noises at night. A creak, a whisper, a bump in the dead of night. Did you ever dismiss it as the house settling? Or could something else have been making that sound? We'll explore that unsettling feeling of being watched, that prickling sensation on the back of your neck, even when you know you're alone. Was it just your imagination? Or something else entirely? Let's not forget those vivid, terrifying dreams, the kind that stay with you long after you wake up. Dreams filled with inexplicable figures, unsettling places, or a persistent feeling of dread. While dreams can be explained by psychology, some are simply too strange, too vivid, too real to be easily dismissed. We'll delve into some examples that might make you reconsider your childhood nightmares. And have you ever walked into a room only to find a toy moved, a book askew, or a door slightly ajar, even though you're positive you left everything in its place? These seemingly small things, these seemingly ordinary occurrences. What if they weren't so ordinary after all? We'll examine the possibility that these everyday childhood experiences might have an extraordinary, a paranormal explanation. Get ready to question your past. Now let's dive into some chillingly fascinating real-life accounts. We've received many incredible stories from viewers, and with their permission, we'll share a few anonymized examples. First up, Sarah recounted a recurring childhood experience of a shadowy figure in her bedroom doorway. It wasn't just a trick of the light, she insists. The figure seemed to move slightly and had a distinctly unsettling presence. Could this be a residual haunting, a lingering imprint of a past event, or something else entirely? Next, we have Mark's story. He remembers distinctly hearing whispers in his empty childhood home. Not just sounds, but actual words, though he couldn't decipher them. The whispers often coincided with objects mysteriously shifting places. A perfectly rational explanation? Possibly. But the persistent, inexplicable nature of the events suggests something beyond the ordinary. Maybe a playful spirit? Or perhaps a more sinister presence. Finally, Emily shared a memory of a child's toy that moved on its own. This wasn't a small, insignificant movement. The toy, a porcelain doll, would rotate completely, its head turning to face her from across the room. It always stopped when she looked directly at it. Again, it could be a figment of a child's imagination. But the specific nature of the movement, the apparent awareness of Emily's presence, leaves room for another explanation, a more paranormal one, if you will. These are just a few examples of seemingly ordinary childhood memories that could hold a deeper, more mysterious truth. We'll delve deeper into other possibilities in just a moment. Let's be clear, we're not saying everything you experienced as a kid was a ghost. A vivid imagination? Totally normal. Sleep paralysis? A common, albeit terrifying, sleep disorder. Childhood is a time of incredible sensory development, and our brains are still learning to process information. So those shadowy figures in the corner of your room may be just a trick of the light, or your brain filling in gaps. But what if it wasn't? What if that feeling of being watched, that persistent cold spot, or that object that inexplicably moved, genuinely defied rational explanation? Psychology helps us understand a lot, but it doesn't have all the answers. Sometimes what we dismiss as imagination could actually be something far stranger. For example, a consistent, shared experience across multiple people in the same household points beyond individual psychology. Or what about those instances where physical evidence, however slight, seems to corroborate a seemingly paranormal occurrence? These cases leave room for alternative explanations. It's not about dismissing psychology, but about acknowledging that some experiences might just fall outside its scope. We're exploring possibilities here, not jumping to conclusions. Let's be real. Our memories aren't perfect video recordings of our past. They're more like, well, a really messy scrapbook. Over time, details get fuzzy. We fill in gaps with assumptions. We even unconsciously change things to fit our current beliefs. That creepy shadow in the corner? Maybe it wasn't so creepy as a kid, but now, looking back through a paranormal lens, it's suddenly terrifying. Think about it. How many times have you heard a story and then later remembered details that weren't actually in the original story? That's the power of suggestion. Our brains are incredibly susceptible to influence, especially when we're young. A parent's casual comment, a sibling's exaggerated tale, a scary movie, these can all subtly shape our memories. We reconstruct our past based on these influences, often without realizing it. This isn't to say all childhood memories are unreliable, but it's crucial to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. Before jumping to paranormal conclusions, ask yourself, could my memory be flawed? Could outside influences have shaped my recollection? It's about being fair to both possibilities, the paranormal and the very real power of our subjective memories. Remember, a compelling story doesn't automatically equate to a paranormal truth. Let's keep an open mind, but let's also be critical thinkers. We'll explore both sides of the coin. Because while some childhood experiences might hint at something beyond our understanding, it's equally important to understand the limitations of memory itself. Now it's your turn. Let's dig deep into your past. Think back to your childhood. Those seemingly insignificant moments. Were they really insignificant? Close your eyes. Picture your old bedroom. Remember the sounds, the shadows, the feelings. Did you ever see something you couldn't explain? Hear whispers? Feel a chill when no one was around? Write down 3 memories, anything unusual, even if it seems silly now. Now let's analyze these memories. Did these experiences defy logical explanation, even as a child? Did you feel a sense of unease, a feeling of being watched, or something truly inexplicable? Remember, we're not saying everything is paranormal, but it's worth considering a different perspective. Approach this with healthy skepticism. Consider alternative explanations. Maybe it was just your imagination, or a creaky floorboard. But if, after careful thought, a memory still feels off, maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. Don't dismiss possibilities. Just explore them with an open but critical mind. Share your thoughts, respectfully, in the comments below. Let's explore the mysteries of childhood together. So, there you have it. We've explored the shadowy corners of childhood, revealing how seemingly normal memories might hold hidden paranormal potential. Remember, we're not saying everything is paranormal, but we are encouraging you to look at your past with a fresh perspective. Could that flickering shadow have been something more? Was that whispering voice just your imagination, or something else? Think back. Really think. Did something happen in your childhood that you always dismissed? Something that felt just a little bit off? Now might be the time to reconsider. Maybe, just maybe, those unexplained events weren't so easily explained after all. We've only scratched the surface today. The world of unexplained childhood mysteries is vast and fascinating, and we want to hear your stories. Share your own experiences in the comments below. Let's discuss them respectfully, of course. Remember to keep it respectful, focus on the experience itself, and avoid any potentially identifying information. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got more chilling tales and paranormal investigations coming your way. We'll delve deeper into childhood mysteries, exploring more unexplained phenomena, and uncovering the secrets hidden in your memories. Join us, and let's unravel the mysteries together.